Tamshi with the tefillah. Okay.
Ready? Hallelujah.
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 Okay, King. Lord of Most High God, for bringing us to another segment of the Hebrew portion of the week. Thank you, Most High God, as allowing us to come to and seek your home. That we may give our language back to our people to understand the Most High. This is once our language, and the language which we stand now. For your host, we ask that you bless us to be obedient and listen to the word as you bring the lesson forth, and even if we can't help. Mind the Most High God, that even they would be blessed and be led our language, and nation unto us will come, and know they language that they forefathers spoke Jehovah. We thank you more even coming out here and safe to have the ability to help and spread the knowledge of Most High. Keep him safe and bless him even also, Jehovah. Even allow me and my brother Hezekiah, we may get home safe in the home as we go after the class. Thank you, Most High, for bringing us out safe in the home that we got here at one time. Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. Praise Yah. Okay, so everything is okay? Can it be heard clearly? Okay, shalom, giving honor and praise again unto Yah, the creator and the maker of heaven and earth. Now, this particular portion right here, it's not going to be very, very, very long. However, what we want to do is sit there and get into the subject matter as we will continue on lesson 31, also in regards to what we call biblical Hebrew understanding. All right? So, last time we discussed what is referred to as, all right, the Hif-Il stem. All right, the fifth or the seventh stem. Now, some scholars say it's the fifth, some scholars state it's the seventh. All right, now you're going to want to go back to lesson number 30, all right, so you can get more notes upon this particular aspect. All right, so we're going to look, for instance, at this word right here, Yada. Does anybody know offhand what this word means? It means to know. All right, so now Yada, this here would be, in this case, the qual form. Now, we also remember that any verb that starts with the yod is a peyod verb. And also it ends in an ayin. So it's also considered what they consider a lamed ayin verb. So now, in this particular regard, when you put it from to know, okay, I want to write this out in the English, all right, that being in a qual stem. If we remember the Hif-Il is generally, all right, the causative of the qual. All right? So just want that to be noted for edification purposes. It turns into the word here, hoda. All right? Now, just want this to be noted. As stated, this is what I'm writing, or pardon me, stating in this particular aspect. When you have a yod in any verb, it's a peyod verb. Now, when you put it from the qual form to the Hif-Il form, right? What winds up happening is this, all right? To know, that's the qual. To inform is the Hif-Il form of it, all right? So now, if you were to put that in a conjugated form, in the qual, you have Yadati, right? Which means what? I knew. Hodati means I was informed. All right, Koto? So I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. Now, we already went over in the PL stem, and the Hipa'el stem, and in the present tense of the Hifil stem, what happens is it takes a mem as its prefix. So you would say this, all right? Modi'ah, all right? In that particular aspect. Present tense. So now you have the hey, that's an arrow form. In the present tense, it becomes the mem. And the O sound still retains, And since it is referred to as a lamed ayin verb, like in shome'ah, yode'ah, it also takes an ah sound at the end with the ayin in that regard. All right, so I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. Are there any questions? All right. All right, just move the board. All right. So just want that to be noted for edification purposes and reasoning. Next thing concerning this subject matter, all right, is this right here. We have yada, right? That being a qual. Then we have noda, which is the nif'al. Then we have now I'm going to refer, brothers and sisters, to your 201 Hebrew verb book, all right? So we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. If you look in this book, which by now hopefully we all would have, all right? Okay, you have it to where it's yada, this form here being within the qual, okay? Then you have noda in the nif'al, all right? You have hodia in the aspect of the hif'il. Now, in this book, this is on page 126, all right? So it can be known and understood from the aspect in which we're speaking on. Okay, so now, this right here is what? To know, to be known, to inform, or to cause one to know. All right? So I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. Then we have, in other aspects, this one right here, this word here, labash. That's the qual form. Then we'll have, all right, labash. All right? Then we'll have labish. So let me explain what's going on here. All right, now mind you, all of these different forms here is the actual root of it. This is the root in the qual, this is the root in the nifal, this is the root in the hifil. All right, so I just hopefully that could be noted. Then we'll have, as stated, labash, nilbash, and hilbish. Now labash means what? To dress or to put on. All right, that is in that case, or to wear. That is literally, labash means to wear, W-E-A-R. Then we have nilbash, to be worn. All right, so you would say, habeget nilbash, which means the garment is worn. All right? And then we got hilabish. Okay, can it still be seen good? All right. Then we got hilabish. All right, and in that particular aspect, that means basically to cause one to wear or to dress. So if you're dressing your daughter or you're dressing your child, this hif'il form will be the form that you would use. Now, I just want that to be noted. Are there any questions? Because I want to get into this a little bit deeper and then move on from that particular aspect. Are there any questions or comments? Okay, so now, real quick, going through this once more time. You have yada, which means to know. Noda, which means to be known or to be famous. All right? And hodiyah, which means to inform. All right? So I just want this to hopefully be understood. Then we have labash, which means to wear. Nilbash, all right? By the pattern of prefix of the noon in front of it. That means to be worn. And hilbish, which is the hif'il form of it, which means to dress. Ani malbish. I am dressing et-biti, my daughter. Ani malbish et ha Isha hazot. I am dressing this woman. So I just want this to be noted. All right. Are there any questions about this formation? About what we're talking about? Okay. So now let's move on. All right, I'm gonna ask the brother to use the Tanakh, Aki. Use the Tanakh. I'm gonna ask the brother to read in Genesis chapter 21, please. Chapter 21, verse 1. Because what we're getting into now, all right, is what we refer to and understand as biblical Hebrew understanding. All right? Give me one second. King, give me 1 second, please. All right. King, so hey, Tom Sheik, we in Genesis 21, verse 1. Toda.
Jehovah remembered Sarah as he had said. Jehovah did unto Sarah and he had spoken.
Now it says, the Most High have remembered Sarah as he had said, and Yah did for Sarah as he had spoken. All right, so this one now go over this particular aspect from the Hebraic understanding. It says, so now let's understand what's happening right here. It says what? Wayodhe wahe and Yah, paquad et Sarah. Now remember, this word et is used in front of a definite article or in front of a name of a person. Sarah is a person, so therefore you use that particular aspect. All right? Paquad, okay, is the word which means the following. To visit, you may want to write this down for those who are following. To remember, to give an account. So just want that to be noted. So you have paquad, which means to visit, to remember, or account. And then the Hebrew goes on to say, Ka'asher amor, waya'as yore wahe l'sarah, ka'asher diber. Now, it says what as we continue on? Ka'asher amor, right? Which says this here, ka amor, all right? Which means what? As he said. If we remember, the word amor means to say or to intend. All right? Ka'asher, which means as, with, or as such, or as which. The ka representing like, all right? Or as. As this is this. Like this is this. That kind of aspect. Not like you like or love something. Then you have asher, which means which is. All right? Ka-asher. Said sometimes meaning when or meaning like as such. Okay? Ka-asher amor, which means he said. Like paquad, the word amor is a qual stem word. All right? Then it says, Waya'as Yah, right? L'Sarah Diber. Now we went over, okay, Diber, which means he said, Waya'as L'Sarah. Now I want to explain this right here, when it says Waya'as. Now, this is biblical Hebrew, and it comes from the root word asa, which means to do or to make. So when we have ya'aseh, that means he will do or he will make. Now, when we're dealing with what is referred to as before, the waw consecutive or the waw hakipuk in biblical Hebrew, you will have it to where instead of saying waya'aseh, it just says waya'as. It's abbreviated. The hey, normally that would have been there, drops off. All right? Wayar, and he saw. Waya'as, and he did. All right? So I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. Now, the root word for to do or to make is this word right here, asa. Now, you wouldn't say in biblical Hebrew where asa. All right? Because that would mean and he will do when you're dealing with what is referred to as the waw consecutive. All right? So in biblical Hebrew, as we see in Genesis 21, verse 1, it says, Waya asya la asara diber, which means what? He did and he did. The Most High and Yah did to Sarah as he spoken. All right? So I just want that to be noted on how that particular aspect works. Are there any questions about that explanation and so forth? Everything all right? Okay. So, okay. So we're going to move on in this particular aspect. Now, for those who might have been following, you might have seen that the Hebrew classes number 28 was numbered 2 times. So we changed the number of them for the order of the classes, okay? All right. So let's continue on in what we were speaking on. And I apologize to the brothers and sisters and the students and so forth, because the last week the class was canceled due to mediating circumstances. So, but we're going to keep this thing going. All right? Blessed be the Most High. The next thing we're going to deal with is, in quote, is Exodus 31, verse 13. So if you can turn there, brother, Exodus 31, verse 13. This here is what we're talking in regards to biblical Hebrew. All right, so we're going to go to Genesis 31. All right, so Aki, can you go back to Genesis 31? I mean, Exodus 31. Hold on, my friend. 31:13. Cain. And come cheap.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily ye shall keep my Sabbaths, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations.
Okay.
That you may know that I am Yahweh who sanctified you.
Now, that is Exodus chapter 31, all right, verse 13. Exodus 31, 13. And it says, in quote, in the Hebrew, well, in the English again, all right? Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, however, you shall keep my Sabbath, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, to that you may know that I am Yah who makes you holy. Okay, so now, this particular one, it says this in verse 13. Right? Wa'ata. Wa'ata daber el bnei Yisrael. Right? Then it says lemor. Ak et shaptotai tishmoru, which means what? Ak shab tishmeru. All right? Okay, I'm gonna just go from this part. All right, now. Okay. Says Wa'ata Dabir El Bene Yisrael. All right. In you. This ata means you or you are. This is like the pronoun, all right? Wa'ata Dabir, speak. This is a command form. This right here is the PL stem, Dabir, meaning to speak. Wa'ata Dabir El Bene Yisrael, to the children of Israel. Lemor, all right? Lemor, meaning saying. This is part of the Bet Halam, all right, where we went over before back in the previous lessons. You can see this in your 201 verb book, written under the word here, gerund, all right? Ak shaptotai tishmeru, which means what? Not ak as in brother, but ak as in surely, or absolutely, all right, or definitely. Ak shaptotai tishmeru. Shab totai. Shab totai. Now, I want to explain this right here. It comes from the root word Shabbat. All right, we know what the Shabbat is. Shabtot. Okay? The word Shabtot, all right, is the plural of the word Shabbat. So the word pluralized for Shabbat is not Shabbatim, it's Shabtot. All right? So Shabtotai, which means my Sabbaths. All right, just want that to be noted, my Sabbaths. All right, if you remember, you have Kipotai, which means my hats. All right, then you have something such as Simlotai, which means my dresses. Well, Shabtotai would mean what? My Sabbaths. Tishmeru. All right, and this is Tishmeru. This comes from the root word here, shamar, right? Which means what? To guard, to watch, to keep, or to observe. So we already went over the breakdown of this. This is the you all will keep. You, masculine plural, will observe or will keep. All right, so I just want that to be noted. Then it says the reason for such as follows here. Ki ot hi beni ubene kem. Ledorot tekem, ledaat ki ani yorewahe mekwadish kem. Okay, it says what as follows. Ki ot he. Now let me explain what's going on here. It says ki, because or for, ot. By the way, it doesn't matter whether the kaf has a dagish or not. Ki ot he. Which means what? Because a sign is it, because it is a sign. Okay? Beni, which means, right? Beni means between me, right? Then it goes on to say, U bene kem. Ooh, let me see. U benekem ladorot techem. All right? Now, let me explain what's going on here. U bene kem. Okay. Now, he beni, between me. U bene kem. Now, this u signifies and. Remember, anytime you have a bet or resh, pardon me, a bet or a mem, as the first letter of any word in the suffix, pardon me, the prefix has the word and in front of it, is U, Umayim Gam, Ub Yerushalayim, and so forth and so on. It's not why or where, it's U. All right, so I just want that to be noted. U Benekem, between you all. Bain in the Hebrew means between. Baini, between me. Benekem, between you all, masculine plural. All right, Ladoro Pechem. Now you see how it can rhyme or flow, kem and kem. This kem right here signifies from shalak kem, which means that which belongs to you all. All right. Le dorot te kem. Dor means generation. All right. And le means for or to. Right? For the generations of you all. Dorot means what? Generations. Dorot tekem, the generations of you all's generations. That's what it's talking about. All right. So I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. Are there any questions and so forth? No, Beni means son. Beni means between me. Now you have this right here, right? Which means what? Beni, my son. Right? And then you have what? Beni, which means between me. So one is Beni, the other is Beni, if you want to put it in terms like that. All right, so just hopefully that could be noted. It comes from the word Ben, which means son. Ben and Bane. All right, so are there any questions? Yeah. Kane.
All right, so
Kane, go ahead.
Like, all right, so my name is Josiah. Ben, my other's name, but it's Bane. How in Hebrew do you spell Bane as opposed to?
I just right here. Ben is bait noon. Ben means son. All right. Kane. Kane. End of all. Any other question?
That's my side. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so let's continue on as we were. Oh, yeah, I gotta finish this verse. Sorry about that. These markers are cool. I'm like, what happened in the past? All right, Lodoro take him. Lada'at kiani. Lada'at kiani. Yod he wah he. Then it says what? Mekwadishken. Now, this is what's going on right here. Lada'at. Da'at means knowledge, all right? Lada'at. This is also the gerund form, which means literally in the quad stem to know. All right? Now, Tatlaka da bar laka kiani rote oka lada'ata da haze. I gave you this thing so you can know this thing. That kind of aspect. All right? Lada'at, to know or to know how. Ki ani yod he wahe, because I am yod he wahe. The kwa dishken. Now, want to explain what this right here. Remember, our friend the mem serves as a prefix in many cases, right? So then you're left with quadish, which comes from the root word what? Quadash, which means to be holy or to be separated or to be sanctified. Quadish, all right, is in this particular case the he filled form of it, because then you have yep, that's the Hifil form. You have it to where, and how you know it's the Hifil form and not the PL is because it's e Hifil. That's how you know in that particular case. Mikwadish Kem sanctifies you, who calls you to be holy, who calls you to be sanctified. All right. So now this mem, as stated, serves as a prefix in many cases. Quadash, we already went over, means holy or sanctified, or to be holy, or to be separated or sanctified. This kem, like this kem and this kem, still shows what? If we're following the Hebrew pattern, it still shows this, the you all, masculine, you masculine plural. All right, so I just want that to be noted for edification purposes and reasoning. Quadish kem. Okay, so by now, if you've been following already along, this should become like easy. Very, very easy. It's not difficult. Hebrew, remember, goes by pattern. All right, so it's not something that's way far-fetched out there and unable to be attained to. All right, so are there any questions in this particular aspect? All right, so we're going to continue on. I asked the brother for the last part, all right, to go into Leviticus chapter 11:44, so we can get into this particular thing and then close out. All right. We are in, give me 1 second. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 44. Leviticus 11. All right, King. Tom Sheik Aki.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. For I am your holy, your God. Sanctify yourselves therefore, and be ye holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of swarming thing, nor move it up on the earth.
All right, that was it for the 44th verse. Toda. So now in Leviticus 11:44, it says, "For I am Yah your God. You shall sanctify yourselves, and you shall be holy. For I am holy, and you shall not contaminate or defile yourselves through any swarming thing that swarmeth or creepeth upon the earth." All right. Now in the Hebrew, it says the following concerning this kind of matter: Ki ani Yah Elohim. Wahit Quadishtem. We yitem Quadoshim. Ki Quadosh Ani. Walo Titam U et Nav Shotekem. Bekol Hasheretz Haro Nath Al Haaretz. All right, so I just want that to be noted. And then we're going to go into the Hebraic aspect of this and break it down from that particular case, from verse 44. All right. Ki ani Yah, because I am Yah. Okay, that's already self-explanatory. Elohim Kim. But I'm going to write this out. Right? Ki ani Yah Elohim Kim. Okay? Then it goes on to say, sorry about that. Wehit Quadish Tem, right? Wehit okay? Wehit Quadish Tem. We yitem, all right? Make sure I got this good. We yitem Quedoshim. Ki Quadosh Ani. All right. Ki Ani Yah Elohim, because I am Yah Elohim Ken, the God of you all. You all's God, your God, masculine plural, speaking to more than one person, right? But heat Quadishtem, right? And you shall sanctify yourselves. All right, 44. What it was. V'yitem kedoshim. Ki kadosh ani. Now, I want to explain this here. Because I am Yah Eloheiken. V'hit Quadish 10. Now, Hit Quadish 10. This is the Hit Pa'el form. And you know that because of this prefix with the Hey and the Time. Now, remember the Hit Pa'el is the reflexive of the 7 stems. All right? So this Wow, which serves as a prefix, is also in biblical Hebrew giving you the Wow consecutive. So therefore, the past turns to future or the future to past. But you know this is normally a past tense word because it has the suffix tem, like asitem, katab tem, and so forth. Atem, katab tem, atem, hit quadish tem. But it doesn't use the pronouns in most biblical cases, all right? Most, not all. Because this word, we'll get into that in a second. Well, hit quadish tem. So you still got its root as stated from before, quadash. That doesn't drop off or leave. All right? But hit quadish tem, and you shall sanctify yourselves. You sanctified yourselves. This is that. Well, hit quadish tem, and you all shall sanctify yourselves. All right? We hit tem. All right? Coming from this root word, what? Hayah. To be or to exist. Okay? This also serving as the prefix and. We yitem. Hayah. Hayitem. You all were. We yitem. And you shall become. Or you shall be. This wow, like this wow right here, all right? In biblical Hebrew, because this is what we're talking about, gives you the aspect of turning a past tense normal word into a future tense in translation. Okay, V'yitem kedoshim, the plural of the word quadash or quadesh. All right, ki kadosh ani. Now this is the adjective describing. All right, just as much as shalom, shalom, quadosh, o, quado, shalom. You still got the o. In most cases, here's my point. To transform, you may want to write this down if you're following. To transform a verb to an adjective, you just put a wow between, pardon me, the second and third root letter of the verb. To get from the noun, pardon me, I'll repeat it, to get from the verb, all right, to the adjective. All right, in most cases, what you do is you just put the wow between the second and the third root letter. Kalam, to dream. Kalom, a dream. Shalom, to be at peace. Shalom, peace. Quadash, to be holy. Quadosh, that which is holy, is the adjective. Shalom is an adjective. Quadosh is an adjective. You understand? So I hope that could be noted for edification purposes. This is how you teach Hebrew. And of course, we got our friend here, the popular Ani, which means I or I am. All right, so are there any questions or comments? All righty, one more time. We have the word, for instance, the word quadash, right? And we got the word what? Shalom, right? Now, here's my point. These are verbs, right? In order to transform from a verb to an adjective, in most, not every, but in most cases, you just put a wow between the second and third root letter. So instead of shalom, it becomes shalom. Instead of quadash, it becomes quadosh. All right? That's my point. Same thing with the word. Can I be heard clearly? Because I just hit the mic. Can I be heard clearly? So when you have to where the word kalam means to dream, and the word kalom means a dream. All right, I just want that to hopefully be noted for edification purposes. Are there any questions? All right. Okay, questions, comments, nothing? All right, then it says what? In verse 44? Ki kwadosh ani, lo titam u et nashote ken. All right, we're gonna move on and explain what that's about. Okay? Hey, my writing's getting better. Says what? Welo titam u. Welo. It looks like a reach. I want to correct that. Titam u. Hold on. Yeah, Tom. Oh, I know I was tripping. I'm sorry. Et nafshotehen. Et. So the glare is not there, right? Huh? Then it's not there. All right, so we got not stay. Naf shote. All right, naf shote kim. Bekol hasheret. I want to write this whole thing out and then explain it. Bekol, right? Hashoretz. Haromes. Al haaretz. All right, so let me explain what's going on here and close out. With lo titam u, and not, and remember wo or we, and lo, no or not. Titam u, this serves as noted as a prefix, right? Then you got the suffix with the wow, and the root here, tame, meaning what? Unclean or defiled. So this word you see a lot in Leviticus. Tame, titamu, tima is its root form. All right, and this is the hipael, pardon me, the pl stem. All right, tame. It's a lamed aleph verb because it ends in the aleph. All right, and that means to be unclean or to be defiled. All right, walo titam u, to defile oneself. This is telling you defile not yourselves. All right, so this in the PL form serves in this case as the reflexive, like we stated before about the PL. That's why you got to follow the previous lessons because this is not what we're getting into. Walo titam u et nafshote ken. Et, as stated, is put in front of a person or a definite article. This is specific. That's why the word et is there. It's definite. It's not just all over the place. It's absolute. It's not all over, okay?
It's in front of
a person or a name of a person or in front of the definite article. Ha-ish. Et ha-ish. The man. All right? Et naf shotekem. From the root word, what? Nefesh. Right? And what does nefesh mean? Soul or person, all right? Naf shotekem. Nefashot is the pluralization of that. So that would mean persons, all right, or souls. Once again, with this chem aspect, this serves once again as what? The suffix, masculine, plural, MP, you, masculine, plural, all right? Showing in the possessive aspect. I want to state that from like shalakem, that which is yours. Now shotekem, ladorotekem, so forth and so on. We went over that a couple of seconds ago with ladorotekem, all right? Then we have naf shotekem, you all souls, the souls of you all, you all persons, you all souls, okay? Bakol, which means what? With any, all right? Ba means in or with in this aspect. In any or with any, kol or kal, both meaning any, each, or all. All right? Ha shoretz. Ha shoretz. Ha rometh. All right? Ha show. Okay, I want to explain this. When you look at this verse carefully, right? Oh, I had it off. I'm sorry. Hasheretz. Sorry. My fault. Hasheretz. Now, let me explain though. Ha means what? The. Bakol Hasheretz. Now, I'm going to explain why does this not have Bakol et Hasheretz? Because it's not definite. It's a generalized aspect. When you put et, it's signifying a particular thing. It's not just any old given thing. So this here says Bakol Ha-sheretz, which comes from the root word, all right, sharatz. Does anybody know what sharatz means? To creep or to swarm, all right? So sharatz ti, sharatz ta, es rot, tish redzi, so forth, if you want to conjugate it in the qual stem. Ha-sheretz. Now this sheretz, this form, all right, this is what you got to follow. When you have the now these X's represent any letter, as in degel, regel. This is what's referred to as a segolit noun, all right, in Hebrew. Or segolit noun, said by some. And so to get the root of this in its verb form, instead of the or the depends upon whether it's a zayre and a segol or segol and a segol. You just drop that and put a kwamatz and a patak. Pardon me, a patak and a kwamatz, and then you get sharatz, which is the verb form. All right. So sheretz is in this case the noun. All right. Any swarming or any creeping thing. The word thing is understood. All right. In this case, harometh, which means what? Ramas means what? To swarm or creep in this particular aspect. All right? Ha. Now, in this particular case, I want to explain, erase this part right here. This is a verb. Now, when you saying, let's say for instance, all right, asher ani natati laka, which I have given you. When you put it in the present tense form, we went over this in lesson number 16. All right? When you have the present tense form, you don't put asher ro makes. You put ha ro makes. That which. So the only time you would use the word asher, all right? Okay, meaning which. In this particular case is when you have it in the past tense or the future tense. When you're saying the same which and the verb is the present tense, this asher becomes a he. Ha-romex. Ha-ish ha-ome, the man that stands. All right, so I just want this to be noted in Hebrew for understanding purposes. This is a lot of Hebrew grammar that we're getting into in this particular aspect. All right, ha-romes al-ha'aret, on or upon, ha'aret, the earth. All right, so just want that to be noted for edification purposes and reasoning. Are there any questions so far? You can follow this when you listen later on inside the interlinear. Finally, somebody is asking a question after 30 lessons. Tom sheet. Yes, I'll explain it further right now. No problem. Now, when we have Asher Natati. Anybody remember Natati means what? I gave. Asher Natati, which I have given, or which I gave. Now, notain is the plural, pardon me, the present tense of it. All right? Ha, notain. Who gives? Which gives? Which gives? Both saying the same thing. One, however, is the past tense, and the other is the present tense. This is part of Hebrew grammar. Now, this ha, when put with the verb as stated, means which, and this is equivalent to had it been in the past tense. Hello? Had it been in the past tense, if it had said Asher. All right? So if there's any questions or comments, let me know. All right? Now, this same Asher would be said had it been Asher attained, which means I will give, which. So when you have the ha form, all right, is when you have it in the present tense. All right? Ha omed, ha ish ha omed, ha kohen ha omed, ha shofet ha omed. All right? The priest who stands, the judge who stands, ha nabi ha omed, the prophet who stands, ha nabi ha notain lakem, the prophet who gives you, so forth. This is talking in the present tense. So Asher, past tense or present or future. And then you got which, both of them meaning which, but one is used in the past tense, the other in the future tense, and the ha is used in the aspect of the present tense. All right, so hopefully that could be noted for edification purposes. All right, so are there any questions? All right, so next week, most High willing, be more full of strength than I was this week, hands down, and be able to get into what we're going to get into. But hopefully this was noted for a reason and purposes. I want to state, if there's any questions that's applying to the aspect of what we're speaking, okay, you can give me a call at this number right here or text me, 908-587-4841. Shalom. All right, so we're going to close out. All right? Okay. Tom sheet. Hallelujah. Okay, Tom sheet. Hallelujah.
Waking us up, starting us on our way, or where King even bringing us to another holy Torah portion throughout the week. Torah for blessing the moral to come out on Most High, actually to keep him safe and bless him. Watch over him and guide him as he comes forth to teach the nation and move the whole. Even grant a great blessing upon him. And for the people online, I ask that you watch over them and keep them in tune, that they may learn and want to be more in tune with the lessons to ask and try to excel. For this is our heritage, the Most High. You was cut off from it once, and we're turning it back into the way. I ask that you would grant a blessing of me and Hezekiah to return home safe and unharmed. Watch over the temple throughout the week that you may come here. And another gathering next week on Most High. Torah for even blessing us with the breath of life for your whole. For we know that many did not be granted it this morning, or was snatched away throughout the day, Yah. And we say Torah Yah for that, because we still have the breath of life. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Praise mighty Yah.
Praise Yah. Yeah, I'm going to run out now, B, because